see in Sterling Heights, where the Planning Commission will meet tonight to discuss a new mosque being built, or they want to build it in the area. The American Islamic Community Center wants to build the $4 million mosque because it's running out of room at its facilities in Madison Heights. But not everyone is happy about the idea. Some saying the mosque isn't right for a residential area. They're concerned about property values and traffic. Even Sterling Heights mayor has come out against it.
Joining us now to discuss this situation, Dawood Walid from the Council on American Islamic Relations and Tom Namey, a Chaldean Catholic, against this proposed mosque. We'll start with you, Tom. What is your opposition? Why?
Well, we feel that the mosque is a threat to the community over there, a threat to the area. It's a very congested area, and it's all basically Chaldean community Catholic, and that's why we're opposing it. We're opposing it on the perspective that all the reason they want to build there is because it's a majority of the Chaldeans, and most of them speak English, speak Arabic, and they want to propagate Islam to our people, and we really don't want a mosque in our backyard.
So you led with the fact that it's a traffic problem, but that's not really the issue. It's the fact that...
Oh, that is the issue too. There is a traffic problem.
Two separate problems, okay.
There's several problems, actually, not just that. They believe that the housing property will go down, and they believe that it's very congested area, and we have a community that is very saturated there with businesses, schools, and everything that is all Chaldeans, and we want to preserve our ethnicity.
Dawood, what's your response to Tom's concerns there?
Well, it sounds like something from the Jim Crow South, when people wanted to bar African Americans from living in certain neighborhoods. This is why Congress in 2000 passed the Religious Land Use and Institutional Persons Act, so that people couldn't bring up these types of excuses, such as traffic, such as thinking their housing prices are going to go down, when in reality their motivations for blocking zoning for houses of worship and religious schools is based upon bigotry. And he just clearly said the reason why he doesn't really want the mosque there is to protect the Chaldean integrity of that area. Sorry, sir, but that is not the law of the land. This is the United States of America. There is no Chaldean, Arab, Pakistani, Latino, or black-only neighborhoods according to the laws of the United States of America.
Yeah, Tommy's got a point. What do you think?
I think we believe we live in a country that is that everybody's free, and we believe that equal rights to all Muslims, Christians, Buddha, Hindu, Jews. He's absolutely right. But as also we have the right to protect what we believe in. Only reason they're coming there is to propagate Islam.
Dawood, what do you say to that? I don't mean to cut you off, Tom, I'm sorry, but you said that earlier too, and that is really a big claim. Dawood, what is your response to him saying the only reason they want it there is to propagate Islam to these Chaldeans?
Well, 2 points. The first point is they found a deal on the land in which other places they were trying to get land, this actual Islamic center was being blocked due to Islamophobia. But the second thing is, even if it was their intention to propagate Islam, that's their legal right, just as the Chaldean community has a legal right to propagate Catholicism, Protestantism, or whatever they want to propagate. This is why this is the United States of America.
Yeah, Dawood, Tom did say they have the right to protest this, so under your argument, they do indeed have the right to protest.
Sure, they actually do have the right to protest, and as I say all the time, people have the rights to their opinions, but they don't have a right to their own facts. And the fact of the matter is that we have our LUPA, we have federal law that gives special consideration to zonings for zoning for houses of worship because of the very factors that he raised, where people have bias against certain religious communities, and they try to cloak and veil these in these old, tired arguments about, oh, my property values are going to go down. As an African American, I've heard this so many times, and this is why we had to have our LUPA and these types of these laws to bar discrimination in which people try to cloak and veil their real bias motives.
You're saying that you think that is everybody's motive. There are some people, I would imagine, who people have interviewed saying, look, this is a neighborhood, and I don't care if it's a church you build, if it's a drugstore you build or whatnot, it means more traffic, more congestion, and I'd rather have more homes and not something else. You sound like you just don't buy that argument. Is that right?
Well, based upon the initial opposition that came out, they clearly said that they did not want a mosque there, people holding up crosses, they're protesting, so they invoked religion. There may be a small minority, but in the very beginning, and even the first mosque, the American Muslim Diversity Association, is the exact same group of people, predominantly in the Chaldean community, who firstly invoked religious arguments, and once they found out that's not the proper means to stop zoning, then they start bringing up this stuff about property values going down. The reason why I'm pretty much sure, I've heard it before, I've heard it in Sterling Heights, Warren, Pittsfield Township, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, in which the Department of Justice had to intercede, because it's the same old story that Muslims have been dealing with in Michigan and all throughout the country.
Tom, you got about 15 seconds. You plan to be at the meeting tonight, and will you be able to say anything to the council?
Well, I will tell the council that our rights is to protect our rights, and we believe in our rights, and we're not biased. We love everybody. We treat everybody as a preacher, as an evangelist. We love all people, and we preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we let them know the truth. So as far as being biased, that's very, very unrealistic. But in fact, the fact is, our community is fed up with the killing and everything else that's been going back home, and people are angry. A lot of people are angry. I understand that. I understand that. And a lot of people want to prevent a mosque going into their backyard and propagate their values. We say now values, and the record speaks for itself about their values. The values haven't done a good job speaking for themselves for the last 1,400 years.
Tom Namey, thank you very much for the Chaldean Catholic community, and also Dawood Walid, thank you for your attendance here today also.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
It really is a scary statistic.